Hey guys, Willie Mayette, creator of Jazz Edge. Welcome to Jazz Piano Daily, where I give you daily jazz piano lessons without the BS, just learn by doing, and we also cover other styles as well. Today we're talking about a simple jazz piano comping exercise and rhythm, right? So let's get right into, let me load up that music, and we will get going here. All right, so you'll see that the rhythm here, we've already done some vocalization in previous lessons, all right? So take a look at Jazz Piano Daily, number 10 for the rhythm hack and the vocalization. So you should already kind of know, like, okay, da, ba, dee, ba, ba. Now, what I'm doing here is this little hold underneath here means that you're just going to hold that out, all right? So you're just going to hold that out. So you're going to say da, ba, dee, ba, ba. Right? And these come in on the upbeats, those bas, right? So if we take a look at where the downbeat is, we have downbeat, upbeat, downbeat, and then this is on the upbeat. Or we would say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, all right? So this is 1 and 2 and. This comes in on the and of 2, all right? So 1 and 2 and. Da, ba, da, ba. The second rhythm is dee, ba, ba. You want to learn these two rhythms, all right? These two rhythms are very ubiquitous in jazz comping and are super helpful. Now, if we go back to our example that we did just previously in number 11, we did our 2-5-1 example, right? So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this rhythm to those chords. Da, ba. Dee, ba, ba, da, ba. Right? And this one I can hold out in measure number 4. Right? Now, what is comping? Comping is literally just putting rhythm to chords. Right? That's its most basic definition. You're putting rhythm to the chords. So rather than just playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, instead you're adding some rhythm to the chords. Right? You want to be careful about not adding too much rhythm. If I just play like a bass line down here and I'm comping the chords in the right hand, I don't want to do something like this. Right? That's just too much going on there. So space and sparseness really comes in handy. Okay? Now, the example that I have here again, whoops. And you could also play these short as well. So don't think that you have to hold out these chords here just because it's a dotted chord note. You could play that short, right? And just kind of like play it more like an 8th note into some 8th rest in there, right? So that could be like. Now, I said that the basic definition of comping is just adding rhythm to the chords. Now, obviously, there's more to comping than that. And typically, comping is you're going to be comping when you are either accompanying yourself while soloing or while accompanying others, right? A lot of times you're comping and you're playing chords behind or underneath a soloist. In that regard, you have to make sure that you're listening, right? To be a good jazz piano comper, you have to listen to what the other players are playing. If you're in your own world and you're not listening to anyone else, well, that's going to be a problem. All right, so now let's take a look. Here is iReal Pro track of Autumn Leaves. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to play it, and I'm just going to just kind of play around with some comping rhythms. I'm just going to do some very simple chords. Don't worry if you don't know these chords yet. It's just for right now, just to give you an example. We will cover this kind of stuff as we go along. And I'm just going to do block chords. So if I had a soloist, so you see, like if the soloist is playing over there, I might wait and I might comp some chords in between the holes that the soloist is leaving in their playing. All right, now what you just noticed is I'm just playing block chords in the right hand. Now you might say, well, wait a second, is that comping? Can I just play in my right hand and not do the left hand at all? Well, yeah, sure, you could do that. You know, there's nothing totally wrong with that, but typically what you're going to do when comping is you're going to play two-handed chords, right? You're going to play these bigger sounding chords, right? A lot of these more rich two-handed chords. We will get into that stuff as we move along in Jazz Piano Daily. It's a little bit more advanced, so we have some other stuff that we have to cover before that, all right? But know that the basics of comping is adding rhythm to chords and making sure that you're listening to the soloist and reacting to what the soloist is doing. So a lot of times when I'm comping, like if I'm going to comp here behind Autumn Leaves, I'm going to set the soloist up with something, and I'm going to make sure that I'm not playing too much. So if I'm going to comp behind a soloist with some bigger chords, so I might give the soloist some tensions to kind of go off of, like on that F7 chord, that in that sharp 11. You know, I might give some rhythm stuff. You know, I might play some rhythmic figure in there, or maybe a little bit of a melodic figure. What I want to make sure that I don't do is, imagine trying to solo under this. Right? I mean, it just gets ridiculous. I might as well just be banging on the piano. I'm playing so much. So you want to make sure that you give the soloist something to play off of, but you're not giving too much. Now again, this lesson is on simple jazz piano comping. So how do you get started? You start by starting with a simple rhythm, just like I did here. Da, ba, dee, ba, ba. So if I were to take that simple rhythm here and I were to apply it once again to Autumn Leaves, even with simple block chords, I get this. Da. So you see how I can even play those rootless chords in the left hand? Don't worry, we'll cover those down the road, all right? So we will get to those. But you can hopefully see the longer term process here and kind of like the bigger process involved. So you start with these simple rhythms, you apply these simple rhythms to your chords, okay? Notice that the rhythm is not super dense, there's still some space in the measure, so you're not filling in all of the space in the measure. Okay, and you are reacting to what's going on with the soloist, right? If the soloist does a figure like bat ba da ba boom boom bum ba ba da ba ba boom bum, right? So you might go ba ba da ba da boom bum ba ba da ba da boom bum, right? Kind of hit that upbeat that they're hitting, right? So you're always listening to the soloist and trying to play off of the soloist. But to get started in a simple way, start with that simple rhythm, just lay down something simple for the soloist to work over, and you'll be in good shape, right? So now, if you'd like to get the sheet music for the lesson, just go ahead back to jazzpianodaily.com. You can enter your name and email address there. You can download the sheet music. Again, it is all free of charge. I highly suggest that you do it. If you're interested in jazz piano or learning piano at all, these are all free lessons back at Jazz Piano Daily. And if you like the lessons, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and do me a favor, like the video. It's always great when I see students liking the videos. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave them in the area below. I would love to hear what it is you have to say. If you have anything that you would like to learn specifically, go ahead and leave that as well. And of course, thank you for watching. I'll see you back at Jazz Piano Daily, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.